Well, the waiting is just about over for St Johnstone and Dundee United. Uncharted territory for the Perth side, who have flirted with this scenario many a time, who have always come up short in the last four until now. Tommy Wright, with more than a little help from Stevie May, helped burst their semi-final hoodoo last month. They now find themselves plotting their way towards a first piece of major silverware, with the club celebrating its 130th birthday this year. The Scottish Cup sitting proudly in their trophy cabinet would be the perfect present. But it's a World Cup year, and that means the omens are good for Dundee United. Both times they've won this competition, it has come just before a World Cup finals in 1994 and then in 2010. The names of Brewster, Conway and Goodwillie are written in United folklore. The pictures adorn the walls at Tannadice. The 2014 team will have gazed at those these last few weeks, knowing it could be them. Big day for him, less than a year after replacing Steve Lomas, his compatriot, as St Johnstone manager. All that's left now is the game of football itself. Seconds away from the start of the 129th Scottish Cup final. A wonderful atmosphere inside Celtic Park. 255 years of combined history, for just the fourth time Saints and United have met in the Scottish Cup. The Tangerines in their new kit today are 2-1 up on that particular head-to-head, but one of those was en route to their 2010 triumph. This, though, the biggest clash between these two Tayside rivals. Celtic Park, a sea of tangerine and black to our right and blue and white to the left. And it's United getting an early feel of the ball with Mackay Stephen, looking for the run of Armstrong. It's dug out by Dunn. Wotherspoon finally getting a chance to play in this final, and missed out the last 2 years with Hibs. May, first touch of the ball for him, slipping it through, looking for Wotherspoon. Chersniak gets an early touch.
Now Stevie May making a run that I'd expect him to make lots today, in to out, cuts inside. You always know he's trying to get a shot away. That time tried to play a cute wee pass inside, just overcooked it, but United need to be very wary of Stevie May. He loves that run from in to out when getting the ball, drives into his left foot, tries to get shots off.
First time the Scottish Cup final has been away from Hampden Park since 1998. Pre-match nerves, the wonder of what might happen. Waking up, I'm sure, for some of the players in the middle of the night, thinking you'd won or lost it. The passing of the last few weeks has taken a little longer than usual for supporters of both. Robertson, who's had that wonderful 12-month period when he's gone from amateur player at Queen's Park to Scotland international and now Scottish Cup finalist. This is Ryan Dow, though. It's an early test for Manis. He couldn't hold on to it.
Fabulous play from Dow, sprinting down the wing, putting in a fabulous ball again. I think Chichi makes a front post run, Manis comes out, shakily gets a hold of it, but the danger's cleared. A great start from United, though.
Yeah, they won't need too much encouragement, all the Tangerines. Chichi was fouling Stephen Anderson.
Such a strong boy. Yeah. Chichi is such a strong boy. You know, he holds the ball up so well for Dundee United, and he'll be a handful for the St Johnstone players today.
What's Alan Manis thinking now?
Well, it's not the start he's probably looking for, but I think he'll be wanting another touch of the ball soon, another cross, just so he can put it right.
McLean was trying to put the pressure on. Dillon deals with it. It's Brian Easton. A couple of calls for Tommy Wright. He has gone with the team that won the semi-final. He's left the likes of Craig, the likes of Croft out of the team today, as Wotherspoon nicks the through, but there's a flag.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. I think he's just wandered offside. Good play again from May, again working into out, looking for a killer pass, plays it in, and he's offside. He's a yard offside.
Some of the St Johnstone fans who didn't see the flag were appealing for a penalty there. Robertson for Armstrong. Peyton, Chiefchi, Armstrong. May up against Dillon, who's falling, and he's won the free kick.
Well, there's a strong boy, Stevie May. I think he's unfortunate there, just showing his strength against Dillon.
He's bulked up May. He had to. A couple of loan spells at Alloa and Hamilton, excellent loan spells, and he's come straight into the St Johnstone
squad.
I think
it's done him the world of good. You know, every club he's been at, he's scored goals, but what he's done this year is he's really filled out, really matured, and he's got every single attribute you could possibly want as a professional footballer. And it seems like he's got a very level head as well, so I'm sure his future is going to be big.
He might well be staying. What we hear, he wants contract talks with the club. They want to keep him. He's a local lad, this will mean a lot to him. Changed days for Tommy Wright. He led Lisburn Distillery to their first ever Northern Ireland League Cup when they defeated Portadown in Lurgan 3 years ago. Very different surroundings for him today. Taking it all in. Anderson beats Chiefchi. That's Rankin. Manis took a little bobble away from Alan Manis. Not sure he was expecting that trajectory of the ball.
Well, I said that Alan Manis wanted a touch of the ball again after his mistake at the start. I'm not sure that was the touch he was looking for. He does well in the end, heading clear, but United team will be wanting to keep testing him. If he's had a shaky start, then you've got to keep testing that goalkeeper.
And they have the first corner of this year's Scottish Cup final. Ryan Dow over it. Seats flick clear. Dunharing after the ball, did well, good change of pace to get onto it. St Johnstone the counter, and there's too much on it for me.
Yeah, he's just overhit the pass. It's not a bad ball in, but it's one thing that St Johnstone do very well is defend set pieces. They've got a lot of tall, strong players, and generally if the ball's not excellent or the movement's not excellent, they'll clear the ball. In fact, when the ball's played in, the defence love nothing more than going and heading it away. So it's usually food and drink for them.
Stephen, Robertson. The runner ahead of him is Armstrong. Gavin Gunning's limping a bit after this.
Yeah, I think he just lands on his back awkwardly, maybe his ribs. He'll just be winded. It's a big, strong boy.
McLean, shout for a handball. Isn't forthcoming. Robertson. United see more of the ball in the early stages. It's for Dow. Well marshalled though by Fraser Wright, who's making his 100th appearance for St Johnstone this afternoon.
Yeah, he just tries to nudge Fraser Wright out of the way here, which is harder to do than it looks. United have started okay, but St Johnstone are really, really pressing them. They're in their faces every 2 seconds, as we expected. United players, very, very talented, but any player getting pressed does not like it, and St Johnstone have started at a really good tempo.
Stephen Anderson. For McLean, with his eyes on the ball there, but he's cleaned Robertson out.
Yeah, there's no intention there for me. Stephen McLean's watching the ball the whole time. He's maybe just caught him. He's maybe just caught him in the upper part of the leg, but he's okay, and the referee's right just to wave that one away.
19 years of age, Andrew Robertson made his senior international debut for Scotland against Poland in the recent friendly in Warsaw. Back in the squad for the game against Nigeria at the end of the month.
Fabulous touch.
Yeah, it's wonderful from McLean. He's found Wotherspoon. gets it back from Mackay. McLean. Done. Space for Brian Easton. Halloran. Just pickpocketed by John Rankin. In from Miller. Oh, it's come through to McLean. Couple waiting. Wotherspoon and May. He couldn't squeeze it through.
Well, he does the right thing. Stephen McLean peels onto the shoulder of Robertson. It peels onto the shoulder of Robertson. It's great movement, but then he just takes a wee second too long before he gets his cross in. He should, as soon as he controlled the ball, he should have flashed it straight back across goal. But that whole move involved about 20 passes from St Johnstone. Very neat interplay, a switcher play. It was a fantastic build-up.
Armstrong just showed a little bit too much of that to Fraser Wright. McLean finds May. He's on his own right now. Support arriving. It's ambitious.
That's the one word for it, but we know he's capable of it. Maybe not from that distance, maybe just a bit too far out, but it's his first shot. He gets a shot away. Again, Stephen McLean linking up the play with him, and he just pulls it a bit near post. But he'll be delighted to get his first shot off, and as we said, he looks to get a shot off at every single opportunity.
Stephen McLean heavily involved in this. He's wanting a free kick here. Well, he's wanting a decision.
It's good movement from him, but that was the time there. I think he can either chop back onto his left foot and deliver the ball into the box, or as soon as he takes his touch, flash it front post. That's what he's looking for there, and he's right.
Just inside.
Yeah, Andrew Robertson pulls him back. I don't know if the referee didn't see it, but he's definitely pulled him back.
Stephen McLean was on the bench for Rangers, the final that Stephen played in. Stephen Thompson, to my right, played in 2003. McLean on the bench that day, didn't get on. You did.
Well, I did. I mean, I've played with Stephen at Rangers, and then I played with him down at Cardiff for 6 months as well. And as I touched on earlier, his link-up play for me is the best in the SPS in the Scottish League. He's phenomenal, and he brings others into the game so intelligently. And I think he's a bit of an unsung hero for St Johnstone. I really do.
He's into double figures as well for the season.
Yeah, let's not forget his goals as well.
Chief G, who has been brilliant for Dundee United this season. Sometimes plays wide, he's through the middle today. It seems to be where he is most effective. Right for me.
Just too much on it. It's a good run again from Stevie May. He's always meant to go in behind, but the ball just skipping through. It's been raining here this afternoon, so the surface will be greasy, and it's certainly not going to hold up. But that's the type of run again that Stevie May can make. He can do everything. You know, he can go long, he can come short, he can link the play. So the Dundee United defence will have a very busy afternoon watching him, that's for sure.
4 goals in the Scottish Cup for May. Stranraer's Jamie Longworth is the competition's top scorer with 7. May and Chief G both in the park today on 4. Dillon to Robertson.
Again, the pressure from St Johnstone's midfield is absolutely superb. They really are pressing the game so high. Every time a Dundee United midfielder or defender gets the ball, they're under immediate pressure.
Almost from Watson and Payton. So Halloran, he's been in terrific form for St Johnstone in recent weeks, since that semi-final. May. Miller. Big ball for Easton, 2 waiting. One of them is McLean, who was onside. Well, one back! Oh, what a save from Czerniak from James Dunn!
Well, the move comes from a superb overlap from Brian Easton. He puts a good ball into the box. Here's his run here. I don't think Stevie McLean can get a shot on it, so he decides to lay it off. There's no delay at the edge of the box, and it breaks, and he catches that sweetly. and in the end tipped over the bar by the keeper. But a great move from St Johnstone, and they have looked the more dangerous of the two sides, and this is a big worry for United, because for me St Johnstone are one of the best teams in the league at set pieces. They've got a real threat.
Yeah, good at defending them and good at attacking them. As Wotherspoon takes, it comes right across for Fraser Wright, who couldn't get any purchase on it.
I don't think he sees it till very late. I don't think he's got time to react. The ball in isn't the best one, but it finds its way right through to Wright, and well, that's not his forte, but he doesn't react in time.
It's a foul by May and Mackay-Steven. It's all set up. Another fine season for Gary Mackay-Steven. A couple of injuries that he's had to deal with. But he is fit today. It was a slight doubt. It's towards Chiefchi. Back to Mackay-Steven.
Just snatched the shot a little. That kind of ball into the box will suit St Johnstone. However, Chiefchi did well as the ball comes in to get something on it. It falls to the feet of Armstrong, and he was never really going to get it on target. The angle wasn't with him on his left foot, and he's dragged it wide. But the United players, certainly the front four, haven't really had time to get on the ball in this match, and they do enjoy time and space on the ball, and St Johnstone are denying them that at every opportunity. That's a great save. Theatrical, but great save. He's tipped it over the bar. The connection of the ball was better than the save.
O'Halloran shields it well and finds Easton. One thing Dundee United have had problems with this season, their Achilles heel, is goals that they have conceded. They score lots, but they concede lots as well. Just one clean sheet in 25. That was the 5-0 Scottish Cup win up in Inverness in the quarter-finals. Chersniak has only got 6 clean sheets in 44 games before this one. Manis slices it away. Not his best start to a match, you have to say. Well,
it comes from Fraser Wright misjudging the header just inside the halfway line, which is unlike him. And he's definitely had a nervy match start to the match, without a doubt, slicing the clearance there.
15,000 St Johnstone fans behind him. The expectancy is huge. Mackay-Steven for Dow. Chiefchi. By Miller. Wotherspoon. It's a free kick.
Yeah, there's not much in that for me. It's just clumsy from Chiefchi. He gave the ball away at the edge of the box and was chasing ever since to get it back, and sweeps the legs away. But definite foul, but certainly not a yellow.
It's another local turf lad is David Wotherspoon, returning to his local club after that long spell at Hibernian. Stephen Anderson, one of those waiting for this free kick. That's a good take by O'Halloran.
Should he have had it the first time? As the ball lands at his feet, he takes his touch. I feel as though he's going to get a shot away.
Battling back by Ryan Dow, that helped a lot for United. Chiefchi takes it down well.
Brilliant.
They are so good in the counter at Dundee United. Armstrong looking for Mackay-Steven. Mackay is favourite. Mackay-Steven did enough. Just nothing between the teams. There were 5 points between them in the league this season. United finishing the campaign 4th, Saints were 6th. Watson. Chiefchi did it, was back to go. Rankin more than capable from there. He was encouraged to shoot as well. May finds McLean though. Wotherspoon, no way through against Robertson. Mackay-Steven, promising for United this. Gavin Gunning played in the Scottish Cup final for Motherwell a few years ago. Almost scored with an unbelievable shot as well, I seem to recall. Motherwell lost to Celtic that day. He's underneath that as well. Calmly done for Payton. 50-50 between Payton and Wright. Wright won it. May fancies his chances against Dillon.
Yeah, good defending from Dillon in the end. He knows May's faster than him, so he's got to get his body in front and clears the danger.
Good defending by Watson. Didn't give May a split second there. There's McLean. May. It's a free kick. Challenge was Rankin's.
Yeah, it's a touch rash. There's not a lot in it, but again, every time Stevie May finds the ball, he finds Stevie McLean, and likewise, every time Stevie McLean finds the ball, he seems to be linking with Stevie May. They really are a great foil for each other. And there's a threat here because St Johnstone have a few players who can hit the target from this range. I know Dave Mackay certainly in the past is very good from set pieces. Witherspoon's another. So there's an opportunity here.
All three more than capable of causing Rado Černjak problems.
Stevie May looks as though he's eyeing it up.
Johnson sorting the ball out eventually. Saints have left O'Halloran right at the end of that wall. Witherspoon leaves it, May hits it. Still going to fall for Saints here. It's Witherspoon! And Černjak holds on for dear life.
Oh, it was brilliant from Witherspoon, firstly cutting inside when everybody thinks he's going to have a shot. The set piece coming off the ball, but this is excellent from Witherspoon. Cuts inside. Oh, and it's great defending in the end from Gunning. It really is. I don't know whether it was going in or not, but Gunning does ever so well, and he's lucky that when it hits his foot, it just falls to a chance. So it might have gone in. It might have gone in. In fact, it's good defending, but at the same time, he could have scored an OG easily. Lucky for United there, the cans of Černjak.
United look rocky at the back. Dillon deals with that well, though. David Witherspoon must have thought he was putting St Johnstone in front there.
Well, he did everything right. He did everything right. Check cutting inside, sold Dillon the dummy. Rolled it into the bottom corner, and if it hadn't been for the intervention of Gavin Gunning, it would almost certainly have been 1-0 to St Johnstone, which in the balance of play you would say might have been deserved.
Černjak did his job. Save he wouldn't have wanted to have to make from his own centre half. Rankin sweeps it back to the pole. Miller. I mentioned right at the top of the programme that Dundee United free scoring have beaten St Johnstone 4-0 this season. But since then, and that was a way back in August, Saints have won the three meetings. A 3-0, a 1-0 and a 2-0. The 2-0 was post-split in the league. Mackay Stephen, fouled by Dunn, play on, says Craig Thompson. Ryan Dow for Stuart Armstrong.
Yeah, it was good refereeing, letting the play carry on. Although Armstrong runs out of options, he's not got an overlap on his right-hand side when he gets this ball. Takes a shot on again, a touch ambitious, and drags it. And United have been limited to shots from distance. They're not really getting to the byline, apart from the occasion in the first minute when Manis dropped the ball, and that's what they're so good at. Definite foul, clumsy from Dunn, but you know, when Gary Mackay-Stevens running like that, he's such a threat.
James Dunn on loan from Stevenage, play in English League One. Dow trying to sneak it through to Chief G. Anderson covering across. Michael O'Halloran. Dunn, who stung the fingertips of Černjak earlier on. The only real shot on goal to speak of. Easton.
There's only really one in the box here when that ball comes in. Stevie McLean, a bit hopeful from Brian Easton.
Again, it's a play-on situation here for United. Dow trying to work it back to Chief G. Guns there though. Three times a Scottish Cup winner with Celtic was Jackie McNamara, former captain of the club.
Cheap again from Dundee United. They're going to have better possession of the ball. They don't seem to be getting any passing patterns together. They're not getting their dangerous players on the ball. That's much to do with the pressing of St Johnstone, denying them space and timing the ball, but their possession of the ball is sloppy, and that has to improve.
The point being made by McNamara there. Some of the effects mics may well have picked up some industrial language, shall we say, so apologies if you have heard that.
Again, from United, hopeful, really hopeful, and these are the type of balls, trust me, that Fraser Wright and Stephen Anderson enjoy. Straight balls up and down the pitch, they'll defend them all day long. You're going to have to come up with something more imaginative if you want to test them. And Dundee United are an imaginative team. They really are creative, but they just seem a bit stifled at the minute.
When United have been good this season, they have been very, very good. I think the United supporters can forgive their team when they have had the odd blip across the league campaign. They cannot afford for that to happen today, though, can they?
No, they can't. No, they can, and through the season they've been absolutely excellent. They had a small blip around Christmas time, but apart from that, the consistency's been superb, and they are such an entertaining team. The attacking numbers, they've got extremely gifted players in their team. But yeah, they certainly cannot slip up today.
It's their 10th Scottish Cup final, this one. They won 2 of the 9 previous. Armstrong to Robertson. Rankin to Dow. Twist and turn away from Anderson. Armstrong. Great ball across. Saints can't get it away. There's a big shout for handball as well. Inside that box.
Calamitous is one word. Great skill from Dow. The cutback's good. Nobody making a front post run right enough. And 2 clearances off one of their own players. And very luckily for them, the ball falls to their own player twice. The ball does strike his hand, but there's absolutely no way it's intentional. And in the end, Manis picks the ball up. Last gasp defending.
Yeah, Fraser Wright absolutely delighted. James Dunn as well. And there was nobody in Tangerine waiting to snap that up. So was that man, Tommy Wright.
I don't think it'll have done Fraser Wright's broken thumb any good. But he's maybe not too bothered. The adrenaline will get him through it. But yeah, scrappy defending. And that's the first time United have really cut through St Johnstone. I think the pullback, nobody made a front post run, and that's vital. Always want to get somebody past that front post.
Wonderful support for both teams. Dundee United with about 30,000 here today. Biggest ever gathering of their support. We here. St Johnstone with about 15,000 down from Perth. I believe the Broxton roundabout just outside Perth was in a colourful state, shall we say, earlier on today.
The stadium looks fantastic, it really does. And it's, well, Hampden has a nostalgia, but I think the atmosphere at this stadium is certainly better because you're right on top of the pitch, and so far it's been excellent.
Miller goes short to Wotherspoon. Dillon heads away. It's not decisive though, that's Mackay. And that hasn't even gone for the goal kick.
Well, how much would he have loved for that to go in? He had his eye on it the whole way when it was in the sky. And when it falls to him, he's technically a very good player, Dave Mackay. He just doesn't get the connection that he wants, but that's the one he's been dreaming of for the last 3 weeks.
He's a good striker of the ball, Dave Mackay.
He is.
Saints keeping the pressure on here. Man of many clubs, Stephen McLean there. Mackay. St Johnstone's Mr. Dependable. Some people surprised he wasn't in the SPFL Team of the Year. The right back for that, Graham Shinney, who in Inverness has had a superb season. The left back on the pitch today, Andy Robertson. This is Stevie May. The aforementioned Robertson scoops it clear.
A tremendous wee flick from Stevie McLean there a minute ago to put me in just over his shoulder.
It's a lovely ball from Mackay for Wotherspoon with the up and under. Miller trying to get himself onto the ball there and take advantage of the slip from Armstrong. Rankin hoists it away.
Really difficult to defend against balls like that. The up and unders when they're travelling in the air for so long. United managing to get it away.
It's chess-like at the moment here at Celtic Park, almost half an hour in, nothing each. Robertson from Chief Cheek, defending Mackay at the expense of a Dundee United corner kick.
Yeah, really good defending from Dave Mackay. It's one thing that Robertson's maybe not done enough in the game today, because you're so used to seeing him bombing on down that left-hand side. He's so fast. He needs to be doing more of that for United to do.
And it comes, it's deep. And this was flailing. Gunning puts it past.
Yeah, he manages to get ahead on it, but it was always going wide. And St Johnstone putting him under enough pressure. I think it's Anderson comes in at the last minute, just gives him a wee nudge. It's certainly not a clean header, and if you're not going to win a ball as a defender, at least put your opponent off, and that's what they did. And in the end, the header goes harmlessly by.
You can see there the rain back on Glasgow's East End. Greasy surface. Down, nicks onto that. Now Mackay Stephen. Chief G's made the run ahead of him. Anderson read it. Good touch by Armstrong. Finds Payton. Back to the United number 10. Chief G. Armstrong. And Rankin.
It's better from United.
Yeah, and it's Robertson's ball in. Brilliant ball! Brilliant goal! It's Ryan Dow, but it isn't going to count.
How unlucky has it come off the inside of the post? What a fabulous move.
Well, that's incredible. That's incredible.
How unlucky can you get? That was the best move of the game from Dundee United. A little deft touch from Ryan Dow and off the inside of the post.
It looked like it had gone in from this angle. As the corner comes in, it's headed over by Watson.
Well, that was more like the Dundee United we know. 5, 6, 7, 8 passes. Here's the corner coming in, and yeah, just headed over the bar. But the chance before, look at that touch from Dow. Again, he'll have been dreaming of that, and the move deserved the goal. And it could even have come off Manus's back in the end.
It looked like it was in.
Aye, I think Jackie thought it was in as well. Dundee United very unfortunate not to have taken the league.
Yeah, best move of the match from Dundee United. They're so unlucky not to go in front there.
That's when they're at the best, when they're making short, sharp passes and getting their wide players on the ball.
May. Saints trying to respond to some decent pressure from their opponents. Gunning clears. That's right. Record for United, that's May. It's almost into the top tier.
Yeah, it was a bit wild from Stevie May. We've seen him hit those before and get them on target. Fraser Wright just puts the ball back into a decent area, cleared by United, but not cleared too convincingly. Stevie May saw the headlines, and unfortunately for him, put it in Rose Ed.
What have you made of it?
I think up until the last 5 or so minutes, St Johnstone would have been pleased with the way that they started the game. I think their tempo has been excellent. I think they've pressed St Johnstone, Dundee United very, very well. Dundee United unable to get their flair players into the game too much. But certainly that last move typified what Dundee United are all about, and they need to do more of that.
Wetherspoon will leave it for Dave Mackay. Wetherspoon. Mackay, no time to get the cross in. Came off hit last as well. Ryan Dow so close to putting United ahead just a couple of moments ago. The closest they've gone. Dillon looking for Dow, headed away by Mackay. The free kick.
Yeah, fairly soft. Dow just coming in the back of Mackay here after he wins the header. Can't say there's too much in that.
Signed a new deal recently to Ryan Dow. Jackie McNamara has been very pleased with the way he's come into the team, in particular the second half of the season.
Yeah, he had a slow start to the season. He wasn't really involved. It was mostly Ryan Gold that was playing. But ever since he's had his chance, he certainly grabbed it with both hands. He deserves his new contract, undoubtedly.
It's right. Pressure from Chief.
Yeah, just wouldn't come down for Fraser Wright, but that's better from Dundee United. Pressing higher up the pitch and putting St Johnstone under a bit of pressure at the back.
Ball for Chief. Back to Dow. Needs skill to get away from Dunn. Still he has it. Finds Armstrong. Just wouldn't fall for him.
Great feet from Dow again. And his pass was a very good one. Unfortunately for Armstrong, it was just behind him. Skips away from the player. That's a great ball just behind Armstrong. He couldn't take it in his stride. And the chance is gone.
They were here last week, Dundee United. The alterations from Jackie McNamara. He didn't play his cup final team last week. They lost 3-1 to Celtic. But it was a good performance by and large by United. Saints lost up at Inverness Cali Thistle. Closing weekend of the league season. Back to Easton for Dunn. It's been a good 5 minutes for Dundee United. Saints looking to respond. It's Wetherspoon. Kai for McLean. Out muscled by Gunning. And now Dow. The space to work in. Couldn't quite find Chief because of Fraser Wright's head.
United's just starting to find a bit more space. Obviously St Johnstone not able to keep that a wee bit after there with Stevie May and Sean Dillon. I think Stevie was keen to get the ball back for a throw in, but yeah, Dundee United starting to find players in positions now that they want them, which is what they need to do. They need to find space.
is May. Dow takes it from him. Mackay-Steven. What a run on the left there from Robertson, if he can find him. It's Robertson in on goal, almost.
Well, you can see that he's tried. I think he's just tried to dink it over the top of the defender to get it back on the other side. Very direct from Mackay-Steven. A good layoff, and he's just not quite got it right. The ball might have been Chief J at the back post. Just hang it up for him. But again, better from Dundee United.
Andy Robertson wasn't even a regular with Queen's Park for the whole of last season. He's come to Dundee United and he has made that left-back berth his own.
He has. He's had such a tremendous season.
It's for Wotherspoon.
Such a tremendous season, and what he does best is get forward and support Gary Mackay-Steven and make overlapping runs. And when he does that, he is such a threat. I mean, he is incredibly quick. And I think most of the headlines that he's got this year have been for his attacking prowess as a fullback, which a modern-day fullback is. You know, a modern-day fullback has to be able to get forward and put balls in the box, not just defend.
Fourth meeting of the teams in the Scottish Cup. The first was a 4-3 second round Saints win away back in 1933. They didn't meet again until the semi-finals in 1991 when United went through 2-1.
I think Anderson's hurt himself here.
He has.
Don't know whether he's landed in his ankle awkwardly. We'll get a shot of it here.
Yeah, that left ankle.
It looks as though he's rolled it. He doesn't look in too much discomfort. I think he might be all right. Strong boy.
The water break for the players. First real chance they've had. It's been all action. No goals yet. Both teams have had a good chance apiece. You mentioned earlier Dave Mackay has lost 5 semi-finals with St Johnstone. Stephen Anderson has won better 6 semi-finals before he has managed to finally get a place in the showpiece of a competition in Scotland.
Well, maybe it'll be his year. He seems to be okay. He's shaking off that little ankle knock, and hopefully he'll be all right, because he's a big player for them, and he's another player who's an excellent season. Very combative, very aggressive defender, and I think an unsung hero really for St Johnstone.
Don't want to lose a centre-half. The only real option they have on the bench would be to bring Gary Miller on and move Dave Mackay in.
Yeah, they would have done that, but he looks okay. The adrenaline will keep him going, that's for sure.
Strong from Chief Chi. Excellent work. Payton. And Watson hasn't seen much of the ball in this first half. Into the final few minutes of it. This might work though. Wotherspoon didn't realise he'd plenty of time to get it away, but he's put it out for the corner anyway.
Well, when the ball breaks here from Watson's cross, everybody thinks it's just going to peter out. Great anticipation from Dow, flashes it across the face, and just nobody in the right place at the right time.
Dow to take United's third of the afternoon. United fans sense something might be in the offing here. Another corner.
Good spell of pressure from Dundee United. They started the game probably not as well as St Johnstone have, but certainly finishing the half the stronger team.
Gary Mackay-Steven will take this one. Up goes Manis. Rankin keeps it alive. Dow. Good quick ball for Gunning. Comes back to Dow. Big shout for handball as well.
Well, it definitely looked as though it hit the arm of Wotherspoon. It was great play again from Dow, and he for me has been the standout player for Dundee United in this half, without a shadow of a doubt. It's his chest. It's his chest. So I think the Dundee United fans.
And it comes.
Thinking it hit his hand, and it didn't. But yeah, as I was saying, Ryan Dow, for me, he's been the pick of the bunch in this half. He's been at the heart of everything that's been creative, certainly for Dundee United. And And yeah, no, that wasn't a penalty kick.
Good recovery challenge as well from David Wotherspoon. Minute and a half of the first half to go. As we were with the League Cup final, nothing between the teams. That one went 0-0 all the way through extra time and penalties. Here comes St Johnstone though with O'Halloran. It's a bobble. Robertson gets it away. Might not have heard Jesniak.
O'Halloran does well again, putting the ball into the box. Again, it just didn't quite fall for Stevie May, and well swept up from, I think it was Dillon that clears it in the end.
A minute of stoppage time will be added on at the end, so 2 to half time now. Saints looking for the opener before the break. Defending by United, Keith Watson is away unchallenged and gets it clear. Anderson. He's recovered, Stephen Anderson, from that ankle knock earlier on. Play by Miller, marshalling down, who has been impressive, justifying his inclusion. Here comes Brian Easton for St Johnstone. Great ball in as well, and it's away by Robertson.
A fabulous ball in from Brian Easton. We saw him do it early in the first half. Gets his foot around the ball into a tremendous area. And then there's good defending and well cleared by Dundee United. It just wouldn't fall for one of the St Johnstone players. One had made a front post run, one had stayed central. And good defending from Dundee United.
They've got more defending to do before the half-time whistle here. Just before it. Wotherspoon's corner kick. Out comes the keeper, misses it, and Stephen Anderson heads St Johnstone into the lead. Right on half-time. The dream is on for the Perth team. A Scottish Cup final goal for Stephen Anderson, and the blue and white end of Parkhead erupts.
Well, we talked about St Johnstone from set pieces. Out comes Jesniak, doesn't get anywhere near it. Stephen Anderson climbs on top of Keith Watson's back, and it's a fabulous header and a dream moment for him. But you've got to ask questions about Jesniak there, coming all the way off his line. If you come off the line that far, you have to get something in the ball. And a tremendous header in the end from Steve Anderson. But we mentioned it at the outset, set pieces, St Johnstone, dangerous.
Stephen Anderson's 4th goal of the season, his most important goal for St Johnstone. After so much heartache in the past in the cup competitions for Anderson and for St Johnstone, they have given themselves a massive shot in the arm right at the end of the first half of the William Hill Scottish Cup final. An Anderson header from the Wotherspoon corner, the perfect time to score, some say, on the stroke of half-time. After James Dunn had gone close, saved by Jesniak earlier on, and Ryan Dow had hit the post. It went agonisingly across the 6-yard box, but it is Anderson who has the final say in the first half here in the East End of Glasgow. At half-time in the final, it is St Johnstone 1, Dundee United 0. just about doubling his tally of goals for the club. He's up to 10, but that's 5 now for the season for Stephen Anderson. He was at Dundee United more than 10 years ago. Long servant with the Perth team. 6 semi-final defeats at the club. And a goal in the William Hill Scottish Cup final, around about the 300 appearance mark, hurtling towards that. A huge moment for him and potentially for St Johnstone Football Club in their first ever Scottish Cup final. They have never won a major trophy. Stephen Thompson, Jackie McNamara's team talk changed dramatically in the final few seconds of that first half.
Well, I imagine it will have. I mean, it's going in at half-time at 0-0, probably the game quite evenly balanced. Certainly St Johnstone had a better start, but United came more into the game as it progressed, the first half. And it's the worst time to lose a goal, really. I mean, I know it's a cliche, but to lose a goal right in the stroke of half-time. So they've got work to do, but the good thing for United is they do have options from the bench. They do have impact players that can come on and make a difference. Eligui, Graham, Gould. And you know, they're going to have to really push for this goal. At what point they do really throw caution to the wind remains to be seen, because you've got to make sure that St Johnstone don't counter you, and St Johnstone are quite happy defending deep.
No changes for either at the break. It's been 10 years since the team that scored first lost the Scottish Cup final. That was Dunfermline in 2004. They went 1-0 up, lost 3-1 to Celtic. Here comes Robertson.
Robertson making a good run. I think he's just onside, and he needs to do more of this half. If United are going to score, he's one of their main threats. Just slips off the greasy surface again, but it doesn't look like United had numbers in the box anyway, regardless if they'd managed to pull it back. There was 4 St Johnstone defenders and only Chief making the edge of the box, so they need to definitely commit more numbers to the box than United if they want to score goals.
Jackie McNamara was a defender that scored in a Scottish Cup final, the 2001 version for Celtic against Hibs. An early goal, and he came on as a sub for an injured Lubomir Moravcik that day.
Definitely a foul there, gunning all over the top of me. Just using his strength, but in the end, yeah, he's got 2 hands on him. There's a swan dive over the top of him. A definite free kick.
The goal scorer fancies another one. Easton takes for Wright. It's Mackay. And Chris Miller. Only by Watson. Mackay. Blocked by Armstrong. Mackay Stephen wins the ball. It's a United throw.
Good pressure again from St Johnstone. Dave Mackay winding up that right foot volley one more time. And unfortunately for him, just getting blocked.
Much tighter final that we've seen in recent years. Last 4 Scottish Cup finals have been pretty one-sided affairs. John Rankin pumping it forward, looking for Chief. That's a free kick. No, it's not. It looked like a free kick. Chief hauled to the ground. Play on, says Craig Thompson. This is Robertson. Fraser Wright's been decked as well inside his own box. And that time it is a free kick. James Dunn.
There was 3 free kicks leading up to the eventual free kick, but there was also something happened off the ball that I didn't see involving Chief and Fraser Wright. That one is without a shadow of a doubt a booking and a free kick. But something did happen, and I'm not sure. Rightly a yellow card. I'm not sure what it was in the box, but Fraser Wright went down. And here's a great opportunity.
It's a fabulous opportunity. Dunn booked for that foul on Dow. No surprise to see Ryan Dow involved there. Now Dundee United, 4 minutes into the second half, having conceded right on half-time, have a chance for effective, immediate retaliation here. Gunning can hit it, Mackay Stephen can, Chief as well.
Looks like Chief fancies it.
The roar goes up from those in tangerine and black. Manis waits. fans have to wait a little bit longer. Not much longer though. Chief Chi eyeing this one up. Oh, he's so unlucky! And Manis holds on.
He does absolutely everything right. It's a textbook free kick. Reverses it straight into the top corner, comes down, and you're sure it's in. When it bounces and hits the back of Manis, you think it's going to roll in. And how happy was Alan Manis to turn and see that ball just sitting behind him and not in the goal. A brilliant effort.
Wonderful free kick from Nadir Chifchi. 17 goals this season for Dundee United, his first at the club, and he was inches away from drawing United level in the 2014 Scottish Cup final.
The technique's wonderful, he does everything right. And when it hits the underside of the bar, you think it's going to bounce in, especially when it comes down. You think that's hitting the back of Manis's back. And he turns around, he's got it in his hands. Maybe that's a sign.
And the man who brought him to Jackie McNamara's attention was Pierre Van Hooydonk, former Celtic striker. Scored a winner in the Scottish Cup final himself. Chief Chi, a width of the bar away from scoring in one of these himself as Payton flies into Dunn.
I think he wins the ball. On first viewing, I think he wins the ball.
Well, how has Craig Thompson viewed this foul by Paul Payton?
He's certainly committed, he certainly went in very hard and fast, but I think he takes the ball. Oh, it's two-footed though. I didn't see that. Yeah, he wins the ball, but it's definitely two-footed and definitely a dangerous challenge. And I think he's lucky that he didn't catch the player.
You see that kind of thing punished with a red card, don't you?
You do, but he didn't actually make contact with the player, and I think if he had, he could have been looking at a red card. And definitely a yellow. He's going to need to watch what he's doing now. I didn't realise it was two-footed.
Payton joins Dunn in the book. He's so combative as Paul Payton. He followed his manager from Partick Thistle just across the city here up to Tannadice. Fraser Wright having a chat with Craig Thompson before taking up his post. In an attacking sense. In from Wotherspoon. Oh, loads of space for Wright! He's there!
He's put it in with his hand. Is it already in? That's the question. Is the ball already in?
Well, Craig Thompson is trying to sort this one out. Stevie May thinks he's put St Johnstone 2-0 up here. Craig Thompson in consultation as well, and he's given the goal! He's given the goal! And Stevie May, by the looks of things, has given St Johnstone a 2-0 lead. Or is he changing his mind? It looks as though he's given it here, the referee. Or has he?
It's over the line. The header's over the line, I think.
Well, confusion reigns.
What has he given?
It looks as though this isn't going to count.
He's given the free kick, but I think the ball's over the line when Chesney claws it out. Firstly, here's the best view.
Well, Craig Thompson.
It's not over the line. It's a deliberate handball.
The goal was given, then it wasn't, then it was again, and then it was whipped away from Stevie May.
Well, you have to say in the end, great refereeing. And quite a bizarre situation, really.
Alan Muir, who's the official behind the goal, so often maligned these officials behind the goal line, and he has made that decision there for Craig Thompson, who initially gave the goal and then eventually gave the free kick for Dundee United. Well, a big moment in this final. You remember Craig Thompson gave a penalty in an Old Firm League Cup final a couple of years ago before rescinding it. As Chief Chi hits the ground there, he's been given the free kick. St Johnstone think that's soft, they think it's a dive.
I have to say, I thought it was a dive also. He comes inside and he has his dive. He's looked for the free kick, and again it's in a very dangerous area for Dundee United. He's bought the free kick and Craig Thompson's fallen for it, and you can see why the St Johnstone players aren't happy.
Well, might that be a tide turner? St Johnstone thought they were 2-0 up in the Scottish Cup final. It's back to 1. And Dundee United have a free kick, again, on the edge of the St Johnstone penalty area.
I would have said, looking at Chifchi standing over us, it was more suited to a left footer. But he maybe try the same thing he did the last time and go for the far top stanchion.
He hit the bar the last time. Can he go one better here? Nadir Chifchi. a sea of tangerine and black behind Alan Manus's goal. This time it's over the bar and to safety.
Yeah, wasn't as good as his last one, and to be honest, I think that should have been a left footer taking that free kick. The angle wasn't right for him, and he puts it over the bar. But it's been certainly a very explosive start to this second half. Real intense stuff.
Well, this is the big moment.
He doesn't actually even need to put it in with his hand, because if he just lets it sit a wee bit, he can stick it in with his knee or get his body in front or just get it in somehow. It's just a reaction thing, really.
Well, he didn't bargain, and Alan Muir behind the goal line seeing that. Craig Thompson didn't see it. The goal was initially given.
Well, the concern for Dundee United is that when the ball came into the box, the chance comes from Fraser Wright heading the ball back across the keeper. There was not a single player anywhere near Fraser Wright when the ball went into the box. And he's one player, certainly. It would be the first player you would think you want to mark if a ball's going into your box. He's all free, heads it back across the goal. And in the end, an instinctive save from Chesney, a good save to keep it out. But does Stevie May really have to raise his hand? Can he knock it in with his tummy, his hip, anything? Just get it across the line.
Fraser Wright taking it back, Stephen. That long free kick that came in that led to that situation was a free header for Fraser Wright, just at the back end of the box.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You can't give Fraser Wright that space in the box. He's the first person when you're doing your corners or free kicks against that should be getting picked up.
This can calm down a little bit now. It is still just 1-0 to St Johnstone. Mackay-Stephen pressuring Dave Mackay. It's working out just nicely for the United man, but he's going to get hauled back for the free kick.
I think he's unlucky. I think he puts Dave Mackay under a lot of pressure, and Mackay should have maybe got rid of the ball a bit before he did. And eventually, when he does win it, there's no free kick there. There's no free kick there. He's very unlucky.
Puts that right through the Chesney. Made it enough. Stanislav Chesnyak, just 6 clean sheets this season. They didn't defend the corner right on half-time. It has given St Johnstone the advantage. Armstrong away. Have to watch out, might have hurt himself there. It's a spectacular looking clearance.
Yeah, I think he's just winded himself once they landed in the overhead kick.
He's had such a good couple of seasons as Stuart Armstrong. One of the scorers when United beat Inverness 5-0 in the quarters. And indeed, in the semi-final victory at Ibrox against Rangers. Mackay-Stephen and Chief Chi with the other goals in their 3-1 win there. It's been a tough old route for Dundee United through to the final. Premiership teams all the way through to the semis. And then Rangers on their own turf. St Johnstone's route to the final has been difficult as well. Not quite as fraught as Jackie McNamara's team. You can only beat who you're drawn against. St Johnstone knocked Aberdeen out in the semi-finals. It's McLean, intelligently done. Easton. Done. A little bit too much on it for me. Right idea.
Yeah, it was the right area, but just overhit ever so slightly. And the game started to open up a bit now. And I think Dundee United really need to get their forward players on the ball. And Robertson started pushing further up on the left-hand side, almost playing like a second winger behind Mackay-Stephen. Because at one point they're going to have to overcommit to this game to try and get the goal back.
on the bench for United, outfield-wise. Graham, Wilson, Gold, Suter, Gomez, El Alaghi.
Lots of attacking options.
There's plenty there for them if they need it. Brilliant work by Dow. Finds Mackay-Steven. Great challenge across by Dave Mackay.
It's a solid challenge and nothing more than you'd expect from Dave Mackay. I think it was a great match, and he's against a player who, on a one-on-one basis, is very difficult to play against. And that's solid defending. And as I said, nothing more than you'd expect. I hope that Mackay's not injured. It looks as though he might have just rolled his ankle during the challenge, but there was certainly no malice in it.
Well, that's an hour. 1 hour gone. Still a third of this final, but Mackay-Steven is struggling.
He looks as though he's struggling, yeah. You can see in his face he's in a lot of pain, whether he's rolled his ankle in the challenge.
Ryan Gold is warming up, Stephen, sorry.
Yeah, no, Ryan Gold. All three of the forward players are out warming up.
In comes the corner. Away by Easton. O'Halloran gets there first. That was wonderful play from O'Halloran. He's taken a sore one for the team, but he's got his team away on the counter here. Wotherspoon, look at the run from Dunn inside. Still it's Wotherspoon. Got all the way himself here! Chesniak beats it away.
Well, that was his end-to-end stop. That was a fabulous counter-attack, but United are just on the counter-attack themselves.
Robertson. What a final. 29 minutes we could have here. Robertson going all the way himself this time, and he forces Manis into the save.
This is just unbelievable. And first, Wotherspoon breaks with the ball. It's a 4v4 before Robertson here does virtually the same. A great run and a great curling effort, and Manis does well to tip it around the post. But two counter-attacks. Here's the Wotherspoon one. He does ever so well, twisting and turning the Dundee United defence inside out, and then his shot's just straight down the keeper's throat.
Ryan Dow's corner kick. Swept away by Easton. Anywhere will do. Back in by Robertson. Gunning wins it. Mackay heads it away. Right, Stephen back in the park. Moving freely now, but not sure how much longer he's going to be able to continue. Has seen Johnston come away with May. Dillon had to win it and does.
Great defending. He's read the situation very, very well. Now this game has really, really opened up. Dundee United are forcing men forward, but whilst doing that, leaving themselves so exposed. St Johnstone are very capable in the counter-attack with Stevie May's pace, and as you see the skill of Wotherspoon.
The fire has been lit under the 2014 William Hill Scottish Cup final. Plenty more tales to tell in this game, you feel. It's Chiefchi. Still, St Johnstone hold the lead. They hold the keys to the silver. Ryan Gold will come on, and it will be for Gary Mackay-Steven.
Well, he's been hobbling since he took the knock, and he'll be disappointed to come off in such a big game without having the impact that he probably wanted to have on the match. He's been reasonably quiet by his standards, but it gives Ryan Gold an opportunity, and he'll have been disappointed not to start the match. And he's an ever so talented young man. He's got absolutely everything, and he could really make an impact here and there. A Dundee United hero.
Listen to the reception for Ryan Gold as he comes on. A wonderful talent, 18 years of age.
He's just going to slot into the position just in front of Chiefchi there, just off Chiefchi, and Armstrong's going to go to the left, with Dow in the right.
He's had a lot of headlines, Gold. Able to add a full stop to those this season. If he can get them back in, St Johnstone look for a second with Wotherspoon.
He'll be disappointed with that effort because he's only 20 yards out, and you'd expect him to hit the target. The ball's coming across his body. It's sitting up perfectly for him. Great play again by Stephen McLean. You have to say that's link-up play at his very best. Could he have opened his body up and slid it to the right for a shot? But he'll be disappointed not to hit the target. But another opportunity for St Johnstone.
Big man from Belfast watches on. His team still lead. Halloran showed too much of it to Robertson. Craig Thompson bringing that throw-in back. away. Michael O'Halloran, back to Wotherspoon. O'Halloran again, oh, burst of pace. Corner.
Great play from O'Halloran, taking the ball, turning, driving, committing players. Him and Wotherspoon have done that ever so well from the midfield areas today. That's what you want to see players doing, committing the defenders, having to make challenges, and another set piece from the St Johnstone team, who we've already highlighted are deadly from set pieces.
Scored from a set piece today. That man scored it. He's looking for another. Was dropped to Fraser Wright. And Stephen Anderson. What a good game he's having. Too much on it for Wotherspoon that time. Well, one man who changed the course of the semi-final against Aberdeen was Michael O'Halloran, and we saw it there just in the build-up to that corner kick that they got eventually. O'Halloran, the second half against Aberdeen, he completely changed it. Just gives St Johnstone perhaps something. I know Lee Croft can give him that kind of burst of pace, but O'Halloran plays more centrally, and he just gives them a different dimension.
Well, what he has got, he's very direct. He can take players on, he can beat players. Croft plays slightly wider as almost a more traditional winger. O'Halloran likes to drift in the way, but he's a very technically gifted footballer, and I've been very impressed with him today.
This is Nadir Chiefchi.
He's just showing you there his work rate. Look at his work rate to get back in the ball.
Yeah, done as well. O'Halloran goes down to St Johnstone ball. United fans beginning to get frustrated.
Yeah, well, they can sense that time is running out.
Rankin went in there, certainly took the ball, John Rankin.
Yeah.
Craig Thompson's third Scottish Cup final.
I think he's one of the best referees in Scotland, without a doubt.
Not quite nail-biting time yet, but it's close. Final quarter of the Scottish Cup final. No cuts, no glory, they say, as Anderson heads it away. Miller was done it. Armstrong, Gold, first touch for him. It is Stuart Armstrong playing on that left-hand side now, remember. Dow. Opened up for Dow, he was encouraged to shoot and did so. Gold accepts, and Armstrong accepts the corner. Ryan Dow's in a hurry to take. Up comes the skipper. Gunning to. In from Dow. It's got something on it. Rankin knocks it back in. Chiefchi wins it in the air. Dow comes to meet it. Anderson gets it clear. Easton there too. This is Robertson. Keep it going here for United. Gunning, Gold. Headed away by Easton. Back in from Rankin. Dow's in! So's Manis! It just won't fall for Dundee United. Keith Watson.
Alan Mannis getting a vital touch here. It was really brave from Ryan Dow because he knows he's got a 6'5" goalkeeper coming at him. He tries to throw his head in front of it, and Keith Watson can't get on the end of it. Just returned into the play here. And again, as I said, very brave, but it isn't falling for Dundee United. The thing about it is, St Johnstone, they like defending like that. They like last-ditch defending. Their players are very capable at clearing things that are in their box. They don't mind holding on to a lead.
They've never been in the Scottish Cup final, St Johnstone. Just 2 League Cup finals in the past. This is just their third major final. They lost both those League Cup finals. 1-0 to Celtic in 69-70, 2-1 to Rangers right here in 98-99. Nick Dazovic with a St Johnstone goal that day. Now out as an assistant coach at the San Jose Earthquakes in the States. United trying to apply some pressure here. Away by Wotherspoon. Clearance completed by May. Oh, Gavin Gunning trying to be a little bit too clever there. He gets away with it. It's Rankin. Knew the challenge was coming. It's straight to Easton. That's a free kick. McLean winning the free kick off Sean Dillon.
Sean Dillon just coming right through the back of him, and Dundee United are forcing numbers forward here, and he realises, Dillon here, that he's almost in a 1v1 with McLean. Should McLean get control of that ball, he's exposed, so he needs to make a foul. Probably quite a clever foul in the end, because he gets some time to get his team behind the ball again.
St Johnstone are one of the best teams in Scotland's top flight at defending a lead. It is a lead they possess with less than 20 minutes of the Scottish Cup final to be played, and the referee is over because he wants to talk to Jackie McNamara. Out of shot right now. There they are. He's alerted, Jake Thompson, by the fourth official, Stephen Finney there. It's the word in the ear of Jackie McNamara. He knows the clock continues to tick down on him. Brian Easton's free kick. Wotherspoon back to Miller. Now McLean, he bent his run, he's onside here. Where's in blue in the middle. Gunning gets it away. An awkward one for Miller to take. It's great play this from St Johnstone. That's O'Halloran. He wins the corner.
Again, great play from O'Halloran. St Johnstone have another wee spell in the match. Just before that, Stevie McLean had the chance to put the ball in the box, and probably disappointed with his final ball, but they've won a corner, and again the threat from set pieces.
I think Michael O'Halloran is coming off in a moment or two. Lee Croft is getting ready to come on. Yeah, like for like change really from a St Johnstone point of view. But first, a Wotherspoon corner. It's for Mackay. Oh, Peters out.
Yeah, he get just too much in the head. They're trying to head it back into a dangerous area. O'Halloran can be really pleased with his contribution to the team today. I think he's worked ever so hard. He's looked dangerous when he's been on the ball, driving at players, committing defenders. And he deserves the standing ovation he's getting off the pitch, that's for sure. Croft will give them something a wee bit different in terms of maybe drift wide a bit more, maybe look to get crosses in a bit more than O'Halloran.
Yeah, Lee Croft, he was a first-team squad member at Manchester City like 10 years ago now, under Kevin Keegan and then Stuart Pearce. And he is on for the final, just over 17 minutes. United still have Brian Graham, Farid El Alaghi on the bench as well. This is Nadir Chiefji, who has been kept pretty quiet by his standards so far.
Brilliant once more from Dave Mackay. He's another St Johnstone player who's been a standout today. Stuck to his defensive task so well.
Well, he looks quite calm. They don't. Clock watching. So too the St Johnstone supporters, but for entirely different reasons. They've never won a major trophy, St Johnstone. There have been First Division title triumphs, there have been Challenge Cup wins, but nothing would compare to this, if they can see it out. Dundee United were one of those teams you didn't think would ever win the Scottish Cup before 1994. They kept losing finals. They have since won two, against Rangers in '94 and against Ross County in 2010.
The game's just going through a little lull just now. At what point does Jackie McNamara throw caution to the wind?
Well, this suits St Johnstone, doesn't it?
Oh, it's playing right into the hands, right into the hands. They don't mind it at all. They're under no pressure to go and create anything. Dundee United at some stage within the next 15 minutes are going to have to start throwing men forward.
Here's Ryan Dow. May wins it back. May had the ball in the net earlier on in the second half, using his hand to do so. The goal was initially given, it was rescinded by Alan Muir, who is behind the goal line. Is that aimed for Nadir Chiefchi? Not quite.
It's a little bit too far from him. Good movement, peeling off the back of Brian Easton, but sorry, off the back of Fraser Wright, and the ball just skipped out, and we've seen that happen on 3 or 4 occasions today. I think Dundee United need to be a little bit more imaginative to try and break down this St Johnstone back four. I'd like to see Ryan Gaul getting on the ball in space, but unfortunately since he's come on he's not managed to find those pockets of space where he creates them.
Darren Jackson there, one of the United assistants, scored for Dundee United in one of the best Scottish Cup finals in living memory, although the Tangerines lost that day to Motherwell 4-3 back in 1991. Brian Graham is ready to come on for Dundee United. They need something to happen. They need a spark from somewhere. Andy Robertson might be able to provide it here. Croft's challenged, but it did come back off Robertson last. That was clear. It is a goal kick.
Yeah, and this time it's not Dave Mackay doing the defensive responsibilities. It's Croft who's just on. He'll be fresh. He'll be able to match Robertson for pace, and does so. And you're right, it does come off the bottom of Robertson's foot, and maybe Croft's been brought on for that reason, to help out Dave Mackay, to stop the threat United players showing in the wide areas, certainly Robertson.
It's Paul Payton who's coming off, and it's Brian Graham who's coming on. Graham, who was such a prolific goal scorer with Wraith Rovers, 27 goals last season in the second tier, 11 the season before it. He has 7 for Dundee United this season. It's his first season at the club. And he could score the biggest goal of all. Could bring them back off the canvas here.
What he does do is give a different option. They can go in the air if they want to him just now. He holds the ball up well, he's tall, he's strong. And they've shuffled it again. Chief G's gone to the left, Dow in the right, and Goal just now off the front of Brian Graham.
Made as well, works it back to Brian Easton. May sizing it up.
Well, I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that was a cross, but it wasn't. It was a shot. And I've seen him doing this twice this season, cutting in on his right foot. He certainly catches it well, but it's miles off target. But that's no problem for St Johnstone, because it's just another minute or so off the clock.
I seem to remember Stevie May scoring a goal from that kind of area for Hamilton last season against Dunfermline in this competition. This is Chief G for United. Robertson. It's not happening right now.
No, they're not finding that wee spark. And Jackie's trying to shuffle his front four, moving people around, and unfortunately for them, their creative players are just not getting on the ball. And they are so creative and they are so threatening, but at this minute in time, it just does not seem to be happening. And I think you've got to credit St Johnstone for that. They're harrying them, they're pressing them, and they've defended admirably today, St Johnstone.
Chief G. Good work initially by Lee Croft, but United have it back with Robertson. Now John Rankin. Dillon. Keith Watson. Armstrong. Rankin finds Gunning. I said it earlier, he can hit from distance. Brian Graham!
He takes his first touch ever so well. It's a miss hit from Gavin Gunning. Brian Graham's first touch across his body onto his left foot. Everything you would want. He's looking for that far corner and just puts possibly 2 feet on it too much. His touch is excellent, and he just can't wrap his foot round it to get it in that far corner. It's a chance. It's a big chance.
Well, that particular goal hasn't been kind to Brian Graham this season. He missed a sitter here earlier in the campaign for Dundee United in a game against Celtic. They drew 1-1. They should have won that match. Probably would have. Graham knocked it in for 2-0 that day. It's all about the Scottish Cup final here, though. And Dundee United have to try and conjure something up from somewhere, because we're just moving into the last 10 minutes now, plus injury time.
Yeah, there's always an opportunity in the last stages of games for the team that are pushing, and St Johnstone have been defending ever so well. I just watched Stevie McLean link the play there again, and I'd love to count today how many times he's given the ball away. I'm pretty sure it won't be many.
Long ball from Easton from the free kick. United deal with it easily that time. This is Brian Graham, finds Ryan Gold. Armstrong for Rankin. Rankin pinging it forward for Ryan Dow. Brilliant ball. Dow against Easton down here. Can't get it across.
He didn't really look set to cross it. He'd got it onto his right foot, but Brian Easton was in front of him blocking the cross all day long.
It's torture for the Dundee United supporters. Ryan Dow hit the post in what looked like a goal in the first half. Chief G hit the bar, and he's on the run here! And how close was that from the Turk?
That is inches. Fabulous play from Chief G. Absolutely wonderful feet. Skips past 2 men, and when he gets the shot away, you think it's going to nestle in the bottom corner. Just slides by. Dundee United really turning the screw now, really committing men forward, as they have to do, as we thought they would do. Their fans getting right behind them. Inches.
Chief G's gone closest in the second half for United. How do you defend this if you're St Johnstone? Because you're naturally going to drop back, aren't you?
Yeah, they are, but they're probably one of the only teams in the league that actually don't mind that.
Here comes Lee Croft. Surely a second for Saints would seal it.
Now St Johnstone had 3 men in the box there, and Lee Croft is normally so good in wide areas at delivering into the box, and he just hits the first man, which is a cardinal sin, because when you've got 3 in the box, pick somebody out.
Saints look like they're going to make a change. Gary McDonald has just got his tracky top off. 8 minutes. Waterspoon's header looking for McLean. Away by Dillon. Well, there are St Johnstone supporters, there are people at the club who don't feel they get enough credit for what they do. They finished 3rd in the top flight last season, 6th this time around, but not too far off their points tally of the last campaign. David Waterspoon's going to come off to be replaced by Gary McDonald, but they'll get credit if they can see the remaining 7+ injury time minutes that remain here. Dundee United still alive. Where there's time, there's hope for them. Here's May. Oh, that's going to break through for McLean! Oh, that'll finish it! That will surely win the cup for St Johnstone! Their first major trophy awaits them here! Stephen McLean with a goal that may well turn him and his teammates into legends!
Well, you have to say that that's it all over for Dundee United. The ball breaks very kindly for Stevie McLean, but it shows great opportunism. It's a good run in here from Stevie May. They get the break of the ball, and Stevie goes into the challenge. The keeper does well, but when it falls, just like it hasn't fallen for Dundee United once today, it falls for Stevie McLean. He does well to get it in.
Well, this came back off John Rankin. He was very unfortunate there, but Stephen McLean, after such a long career, having been on the bench in 2003 whilst at Rangers, has played a starring role for Tommy Wright's men here this afternoon. Look what it means to the big man from Belfast. So many St Johnstone managers have failed to guide this club to silverware, to major silverware, but he is so close to it now.
Oh, you're right. Stevie McLean's contribution today has been absolutely epic in terms of leading that line for St Johnstone. and he's an unsung hero, as I mentioned previously. His link-up play is second to none in this league, and if anybody deserves that goal, it's Stevie McLean, even for his bravery to go into the challenge with the goalkeeper there. And all right, he got a wee bit of luck when it landed at his feet, but you make your own luck.
He was yellow carded, he could take the top off in celebration, he will not give a jot about that.
I don't think he'll be overly bothered by that, no. Certainly not if the score remains the same when the whistle goes.
And now Dundee United have 5 minutes to score twice to try and force extra time. They do score goals in gluts, but they have not looked likely since Chief G hit the bar. He had the one shot which went a yard or so past, not long before St Johnstone got their second. But there are some in Tangerine heading for the exit door at Celtic Park. They don't believe that they're coming back into this. Stuart Armstrong looking for Robertson. Croft's there to clear for Saints. This is Rankin. He's got it across. Watson heads it back. Drops down to Chief G. Blocked by Wright. And when it's not your day, it's not your day.
St Johnstone have just been absolutely impervious to everything that Dundee United have thrown at them. And they love defending. And they've defended ever so well. Dundee United now committing so many men to the game that they're just leaving Dillon back in his own with Stevie McLean 1-for-1. They've got to go for it.
Here come United again. Chief G stretched his leg there but could not get it away from Fraser Wright. Dillon, play on, says Craig Thompson. Ryan Dow jinking away from Miller, going for goal but putting it straight to Manis.
Another good bit of play from Dow. He's been a standout for Dundee United today. Going past men, getting shots off. Unfortunately for him again, just straight down the throat of Manis.
Still St Johnstone fans perhaps can't believe what they're seeing. They have never seen this before. They're not celebrating as yet, the Saints fans, but they are oh so close now. Jackie McNamara, it just hasn't happened for his team this afternoon. At a ground he knows so well, at a ground he had so much success as a player. A few of them have looked up at the clock, they know there ain't long left. Robertson for Dundee United. Chief G just doesn't stick. And now they're looking to apply some gloss here, St Johnstone, with James Dunn.
Is wide open if he can find the switch.
Poor ball. Very poor ball. Here come United. Their need is urgent. It's more than urgent. Gall puts it through, but Easton is there. None shall pass. Here comes Ryan Dow.
Brilliant.
Oh, cool as you like from Dave Mackay.
Absolutely brilliant. St Johnstone have had more players in this game finding top form than Dundee United, and that's why they'll end up winners. They've had virtually every single player on their team performing to virtually their best, whereas Dundee United, unfortunately for them, haven't been able to get their creative, their influential players on the ball. And that's down to St Johnstone, that's down to the way they've pressed the game and the way they've defended. They've been impenetrable. And for me, they thoroughly deserve to lift the cup.
Dejection only for the Dundee United supporters. Elation. Keith Watson, one of the survivors from 4 years ago when United won this famous old trophy. May nicked away from him by Dow. The final minute of the 90. St Johnstone have defended this very easily. United with a couple of opportunities in the second half. The yellow card's going to come out here for Gavin Gunning. 3 minutes being added on at the end. St Johnstone are 3.5 minutes from winning the Scottish Cup.
Just frustration there from Gavin Gunning, really, more than anything. You know how much it means to the players on a cup final day, Scottish Cup final, and they can see it slipping out their grasp.
Another loser's medal coming up for Gunning. He got one of those when he was at Motherwell. 3 minutes of injury time has just been confirmed. The scarves and the flags among the St Johnstone end, all being hoisted above their heads. Right, allows that to go through to Manis. There'll be one or two people, of course, will talk about the shortcomings of Dundee United, but the fact is, St Johnstone have played this cup final like a fiddle.
You can't take anything away from St Johnstone, absolutely anything. All other players reached peak performance on the day, and they've worked so hard for each other. I think that's the key. You look at the work rate of this St Johnstone team, they're dead on their feet because of the work rate they put in today. Their organisation's been exemplary, they're defending incredible at times.
Well, here's a chance for Armstrong to pull one back.
Last gasp defending yet again. Fraser Wright, what he does best, and he's been doing it for years and years and years. Reads danger and throws his body in the line.
Right to the end, 2-0 up, and Wright still puts his body in the way. Here comes Graham! And that, right there, sums it up.
Well, that's the biggest chance of the day, and unfortunately for Brian Graham, he's had 2 since he came on. And he really has to hit the target. St Johnstone will be disappointed to lose his movement to the front post, and he knows himself he should be hitting the target there. And that does sum up Dundee United's day. It really hasn't gone for him. The break of the ball could have been kinder to them in 1 or 2 occasions. The one that hits the bar and just comes back and nestles under Manis's body.
Well, they say losing semi-finals is the worst feeling. Surely losing a final is worse than that. Talk about it's a great day out. It's only a great day out if you win it. And Stephen Anderson won't be feeling any pain in a minute or so as Chief G goes into the book.
No, I don't think so. It's a clumsy challenge from Chief G, a desperate challenge. And Anderson, who's been excellent today, I'm quite sure will be all right in a minute when he's running towards us. St Johnstone fans.
They're seconds away from the biggest St Johnstone cheer it has ever been. Tommy Wright knows it. Stephen Anderson right on half-time, Stephen McLean late on. Their names are about to be etched into St Johnstone folklore. Wright clears, Craig Thompson has already checked his watch. St Johnstone, your time has come! History has been created! And boy, they've had a long, long wait for this. For a crack at this old trophy, let alone getting their hands on it, which they will do now. A first Scottish Cup final in their 130-year history, and the silverware is going to Perth. The 2014